Hello, guys. I just realized I was muted. Right. So we're going back to the calendar once more to go through what I was about to say. So, welcome, guys, once more to the live. It is Friday the 14th, not the 13th. So, hopefully, the market will be good to us today. so, we had, of course, news following up today with the Australian dollar home loans. Then we had the French CPI, and we also had the GDP and employment changes that came as expected, as we can see. And we have retail sales that are coming up. We also have Canadian sales, which is more of wholesale and motor vehicles, which might not have so much impact on the Canadian dollar, but maybe might see a bit of weakness as we are coming in with the expected numbers. But retail sales, I do think it will probably be better than expected or as expected, but we're yet to see. That's going to be in the next 12 minutes. And apart from that, we do not have any other red flag news apart from the positions that the CFTC will report on, like the dollar, euro, Aussie, you name it, and everything else. Right. So let us go right into the trading right here. So USD CAD, as we can see, is already pushing down strongly. So we might actually just have a reversal from that, according to how it seems. But surprisingly, Aussie CAD hasn't even moved an inch. So all this movement on USD CAD just looks like a bluff somehow with some US dollar weakness. Yeah, but US dollar doesn't really seem to be weak. If we take a look at other pairs, it doesn't seem to be that weak. So retail sales should be creating some strong downside movement. That's what I'm expecting. Already we're having the same outlook with pound dollar and euro dollar, the same almost U shape to the upside. So we might just actually have a reversal. I'm sure you can hear me now, Gaston. Yes, in the beginning we did have an issue. And how is your trade on gold going actually, Gaston? Yeah. Right. So as we are waiting the retail sales, and before I even get into the trading, we have promo still running. That is where you get 40% off using the promo code first OFP. Then we also have 30% off if you have been a regular time user. So you can use that as well. Um, yeah, using the promo code OFP30. So these promos are ending on the 30th of August, which is literally 15 days from now. So make sure you grab yourself an account. And once more, before we begin, please note that this is not financial advice. Disclaimer here. So this is not financial advice. This is only for educational purposes. And the trades here that I take today are only illustrative and are not signals. This is just to help those who may be struggling and need insight in trading. So this is like great insight for those beginner traders and everyone else. And if you're probably in some trades and just want to see what I'm seeing as well, that is also great. Hello, Freckenzil one, asking about giveaway accounts. Join our Discord. Join our Discord. We may actually be having something in store in regards to rather giveaway accounts. So just keep an eye watch on our Discord. Follow us on Discord, and you should be able to see what we actually have in store. So if you have not joined our Discord, this is the link you can join with. So just putting that on the screen. And yeah. But yes, Gaston, the trade you had on gold was actually good, even if you are in small buys right now. Yeah, so I do think the sell will hold, especially today. But hey, let's jump into my favorite pairs, starting with Aussie CAD. So Aussie CAD, we don't see much movement today, but I don't know. Will the Canadian dollar strengthen after the sales or not? We have probably a pullback and then finally coming down. Maybe, maybe not, but we're yet to see. Then Aussie yen, we seem to be like halfway to take profit. Oh yeah, we are halfway to take profit. So we're just right here. So we're shy off that. We just touched the neckline like we did early today. So same things, but we overall seem like we're going up very soon. Then Euro yen. Euro yen is still in a consolidation, sadly. So not much movement there. Then Pound CAD is slowly getting there. We made a new low for the week at 187,617. So the question is, will we make more new lows? Well, I really want that USD CAD trade to work out. So maybe a slight pullback into these areas is what I am anticipating. Then we can continue downward. But if the market wants, it can hit our take profits here. That's totally fine. Then pound Swissy. Well, pound Swissy, we did have an opportunity to actually buy. We had this bullish candle, and surprisingly, this was even before our live, and I didn't really spot it as much. I talked about it that we may actually be looking for buys, but I didn't really actually take action on this. And the market went all the way up and made a new high, and this was the new high now. So we're just slightly waiting for pullbacks, probably into this area 1.09 450. So we're still waiting on that. Then New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar is pushing up strongly. We are just waiting for that final touch to the upside. So will New Zealand dollar actually reach the level we are hoping for, or will retail sales push it back down? That is the question we need to ask. We started this live off at $100. We're now down at $95. So will this retail sales and Canadian manufacturing sales actually do us good or bad? And right now, we do have USD CAD still running the numbers down, strong red candles. So, might this actually be a reversal point? Might we have a strong push to the upside with retail sales accompanied with the wholesale Canadian sales or not? That is another question. Yeah, so USD Swiss, we were going up nicely, but now we seem to be in a pullback. So maybe fingers are pointing to strong US dollar with retail sales. Then Euro New Zealand, we were actually also to going to the upside, but all of a sudden we did the same move as we have done on USD CAD. So the question is, Beckedin, are we gonna be in a loss with Euro NZD, or are we gonna actually be bouncing all probably off the support levels and coming all the way up with one huge candle? We're yet to see. Probably that's an answer we'll answer next week. And with all that dropping on Euro New Zealand, Australian dollar is still slow. It is still slow. We were aiming for the support level here, but nothing has been done. We've just been consolidating for most of this point. So, where are we going with Euro Aussie? We're yet to see. Probably today we might have some movement. Maybe Monday. We will not rush it. That is a fact. Right. So, let us jump right into gold before we do anything else. So gold actually pushed to this support level, which is slightly resistors, which could have tended to support. But is this move to the upside actually legit? Well, I think it is not. I think what's going to happen here is as soon as the news comes in, we're going to start pulling all the way down, make a new low, probably touch this resistance level, then becoming support, but then even push even further down, probably into the 200 levels somewhere here. Then maybe we might come to our ideal level of 4170. So that is what I'm anticipating on gold. Oil. Oil mostly in a consolidation, but it's still up above 80. Maybe we might be ending the month strong. We might actually be on 86 or even $90. So let's look forward to that. Then euro dollar, I think we already covered euro dollar, but we can cover it again. Seems to already be forming a U-shaped, but I do think this is short-lived and maybe crashing down, maybe even stronger than we anticipated. That's also another possibility. So same scenario with pound dollar. Each time I say scenario, it reminds me of Mario. Yeah. So that's another thing. So pound dollar, euro dollar, they seem to be really correlated right now. And we could be seeing ourselves probably in making new lows, probably to 3, 4, 700. We might actually be having that strong pullback to the downside. So that is what I'm anticipating. We're currently on $98. We started off this live at 100, $101. So let's see how that's going to go. And we are left with 2 minutes until retail sells. Exactly 2 minutes. I am really hoping that this news does make some movement on the US dollar, or else everything else will just have to be pushed to next week. We also have Trump speaking tonight, but that's not much of a high impact. And especially on Fridays, you know for sure that's not going to do much on the markets. And it is Friday, of course. So we're just waiting for the manufacturing sales, the wholesale sales, the core retail sales, and the retail sales from the US. So the manufacturing and wholesale sales is from the Canadian dollar. Then the core retail sales and retail sales month on month is from the US dollar. So we are expecting probably better than expected numbers from all of these so that it can probably balance itself well. So that is what we have. So we have exactly 40 seconds. Should we look on gold or euro dollar? Let's actually look on gold. I think gold would be a great one to look at. So we're left with just a few seconds. This is gold right now. Gold is at 343.80. We are left with 20 seconds now. Usually gold gives us a signal like really fast, like we're going to the upside or something. So right now it's moving strongly to the upside, but then if it just dips on this candle to the downside, then we could be going to the downside. Yeah. No, it just seems like we might be going to the upside. So we might actually be having worse than expected numbers. Yeah, you're seeing that it's actually going to the upside. Or maybe I'm wrong. Let's check the numbers, shall we? I'm down from $100 to $79. So the news is pending. We have had worse than expected. So I was actually kind of right on that, right almost on the money. Let's see Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar, do we have worse than expected or better than expected? It's probably going to be better than expected. Yeah, better than expected. We have better than expected 0.1% on the manufacturing sales, and the wholesale sales, we are almost as expected. The focus was 2.7%, and now we came up as 2.8, so that's still better than expected. And yeah, US retail sales is worse than expected. So I don't think we might have much movement here, unfortunately, on gold. Let's see how things are faring with USD CAD. Probably USD CAD has dumped even furthermore. Yeah, USD CAD is still in the whirlpool going down. So the US economy has to push even more further to make things better. Yeah, so it continues to drop. How are we looking on Aussie CAD? Are we having drops? No, nothing, unfortunately. So it's just the US dollar that is actually weak right now. It's the US dollar which is actually weak. Right. So I think the best trade of them all right now for me, I would say is New Zealand dollar. It's moving nicely. I like how it's moving. It's following the trajectory that I was expecting. So I think that one's moving quite well, and I have no problems with it. Yeah. So thank you guys. Tonight, as usual, at 5 p.m. EST or 23 p.m. CET or 11 p.m. CET, whichever, I am going live as usual, doing the market analysis to see what's going to happen next week or what we can expect, not what's going to happen, what we can expect next week in the market. So make sure you grab your seat, join us for that. I will be posting a link in Discord shortly for that analysis when the markets are closed. So make sure you join me. I'll be going through the usual pairs and many other pairs, including Bitcoin. So make sure you join me, and I hope you'll find that insightful as well as you always do find the live trading that I offer insightful as well. So once again, we have 40% off using the promo code first OFP and 30% off using the promo code OFP30. Promo ends on the 30th of August. Enjoy your weekend. Make sure you use those stop losses and happy trading.